You don't get to rush this.
The Last of Us 2 is the sequel of the 2013's Last of Us. It's a game that's received a lot of praise for its gameplay, graphics, and story, but yeah, I'm not ready to talk about all of that. While I've never played the game nor I plan to sooner, maybe in the nearby future or that one, I have to admit defeat because Naughty Dog really outdid itself. But why am I talking about The Last of Us 2 in this part of the video? Well, it's because I made the bold claim that Cyberpunk was going to beat this game as Game of the Year, and it was going to exceed all expectations. It was going to be the game of the year, I should say. And then what happened? Well, the game launch happened, and well, oh yeah, we're going back to these times. Oh, and sorry, Neil Druckmann. Nah, fuck you. Nah, sorry, man. Oh, and one more thing. Well, moving on.
You're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking.
Cyberpunk 2077, a game that was set to define the next generation of gaming and become the next big franchise. With years of hype behind the scenes, awesome trailers, merchandise, and Keanu Reeves? Fuck. And CD Projekt Red behind the development? How could it fail? They made the Witcher series. But what followed was one of the most infamous launches in gaming history: reveal embargoes, delays, a lawsuit, refunds, a fall from grace, apologies, and somehow a second chance. Here's a video of Cyberpunk 27 from its wild ride to failure and its path to redemption. Let's rewind to 2013. Remember those days? Yeah, me neither. High school or college, cartoons, sure. I never had Wi-Fi till a year, but over my grandparents' place, it was a luxury to have the internet. And while scrolling around YouTube, anyway, around the first time of Cyberpunk 2077, it looked awesome. The visuals, the white dress, the blade, that trailer music. Man, a Cyberpunk game? Finally, this was gonna be awesome. I love this genre and had to watch Blade Runner, The Matrix, and those trance techno music with the cool looking artwork. You know the ones I'm talking about. Well, if you like me, I watched this trailer, sure, no gameplay, but this was still the coolest thing I ever saw. Now, until then, I never knew about anything about the development or about the idea, but well, nothing but that 2013 video was the only glimpse about Cyberpunk 2077 that could take years, hell, even a lot more decades. I couldn't or simply wanted to wait, but eventually years passed by. Then came 2018. A cinematic A cinematic trailer dropped and fans lost their minds. Oh yeah, now that's what I'm talking about. I was 15, now going to 20 years old. And definitely, it was worth the wait. I mean, looking at Night City now, in this trailer, this looked awesome. Robots, subway, cybernetics, gritty, neon drenched, full of promises. Now that's what I'm talking about again. And in 2019, more trailers coming out of the game. And in fact, I think it spoiled most of it. Like, look at this. Look at this trailer, man. I mean, sure, we haven't played the game yet, but if I knew, like, playing the first part of the game, man, this is a huge spoiler. It was still a good trailer, but in the end of the trailer himself, Keanu Reeves. Awesome. This, just awesome. Now, E3 2019, Keanu Reeves steps on the stage talking about the game. One guy says, "You're breathtaking." He says, "You're breathtaking" back again. Becomes a meme, and expectations shot through the stratosphere. The most likable had to say, "You're breathtaking," and it became a classic meme that was. The hype was simply unreal. Like, this was Watch Dogs 1, No Man's Sky, or like The Walking Dead 2018. Maybe I'll stop the comparisons of those games. So now hold on to our breath and wait till the release of this game. It's gonna be great.
I'm ready! I'm ready! I'm ready!
2020. Well, it was a strange time. COVID-19 was upon us, lockdown in effect, me in my most unhealthiest state, eating, smoking, anything to pass the time. Originally set for April 2020, Cyberpunk was delayed. April became September, so that's okay. Understandable. Sure, a rush game is bad and a delayed game is forever good. Whatever. But it's never gonna stop me from being excited. I'm still pre-ordering the game. Well, my brother was, but when it's my turn, I'm never giving him the controller again. So still looking forward to release. And then... Okay, a little annoying. That's alright. So it's not the end of the world even though it was the pandemic. But still, not for gaming. And sure, Last of Us was, well, you know. Anyway, can't wait till this game for November and...
Oh, come on!
Another delay was set for December the 10th, 2020. For both next-gen and other reasons, another 21 days to the new release. But then I couldn't hold my breath again. I was bracing for another announcement for another delay. CD Projekt Red promised the delays would ensure improvement and the Day 1.0 patch, also the next-gen console developments. Now remember the early reviews, the pre-release reviews, but couldn't release their own gameplays and says it's a good game while being held hostage and reading a script? I'm joking. But all jokes aside, this had the opposite effect for a trust in a release. Sure, we know the game looks awesome, but you need to have faith in us. Some developers seems nervous explaining what's in the game and what's not. Alright, but please, I just want to go in the clubs, drink, get a mansion, a fast car, get into buildings, or ride the subway, please. The lunch trailer comes around, it's time to get the lunch, and oh yeah, it's almost there. We can hardly wait. The PS4 trailer looks awesome. I got a PS4. It's go time. December 10, 2020. The game launched, and most of us just witnessed the game and played it. Now on high-end PCs, I'm not so sure how it was, but I heard Cyberpunk was buggy, but kind of playable, which was good, and hopefully to hear it in the comments if it was or that one. Just let me know how it was during the first initial launch. But on last-gen consoles, this was not. PS4 and Xbox One, a nightmare. Pop-ins, crashes, missing textures. Some players couldn't even progress past the intro. Like the game was borderline unplayable. It was ready. Not ready. Like, it was not. Like, the state of it was just hell. Reviews were negative. Some players felt lied to. I did. Refunds demanded it. Flooded in. Sony pulled the game. And think about that 1 second. Sony, they pulled the game from stores, which is like rarely a fuck up. But man, like, you could get a refund from the store as well too. That is how badly they fucked it up. Microsoft as well. Sure, they might have kept the game, but you could still get a refund. Like, even the GameStops, EV games, all of those ones, they were offering refunds. It was a huge blow. Man, and it would get worse. CD Projekt Red's stock dropped, and a big lawsuit was on its way. Well, it was just about to get worse. Oh god, this is getting ridiculous. CD Projekt Red issued a tweet and soon a video apologizing about the quality of the game and the promised fixes, but I'll get to that. A class action suit claims CD Projekt Red misled investors. God damn, this is becoming a nightmare for them. Employees' morale tank, trust was broken. God damn, this was not good. A lawsuit like this couldn't get any better for them. Like, the Watch Dogs launch had graphical controversy. No Man's Sky had misled a few players, but they didn't get sued like shit like this. This was a PR nightmare. And now the commitment video.
Based on that legacy of genuine and honest communication, you've trusted us and pre-ordered our game. And despite good reviews on PC, the console version of Cyberpunk 2077 did not meet the quality standard we wanted it to meet. I and the entire leadership team are deeply sorry for this, and this video is me publicly owning up to that. Please don't fault any of our teams for what happened. They all are incredibly talented and hardworking. Myself and the board are the final decision makers, and it was our call to release the game.
The commitment video by the co-founder was soon released after the launch. It contained an apology about the struggles done during development and the roadmap for the patches and hotfixes. He sounds very genuine, and like, this has gotta be a pretty bad, like, I feel bad for the guy. Like, yeah, he has to apologize in the video and all that stuff, like, you know, to us. I mean, to those who send the death threats and all that one, that's like, fuck you guys, man. Like, don't friend the development just because the game's released on Steam. I mean, sure, we may pay a fortune, but at the end, these guys are just humans. But one thing I just can't take seriously about this video is just this comment. Damn, man, David Guetta, like, oh my god, serious, man. But in all serious though, the company pledged support. Multiple hotfixes were rolled out, the roadmap to patch the game and release the next gen versions. But Cyberpunk's reputation has taken a massive hit for many. It's just like another hyped game that just, yeah, like, it's just about pre-orders, marketing, consumers' trust. Cyberpunk was a failure, and well, it looked like it was about to fade away.
You know, it really is beautiful. Been nice working with you, V. Yeah. With you too, Johnny.
Or so we thought.
Hello there, Night City! Stanley here with you, and we got another day ahead of us in this city of dreams. Ooh, I love this town. Love it like you might love a mother who popped you out on the steps of an orphanage once, and now
Now, we haven't got to the refund part. For me and my brother, we still kind of kept the game. I mean, sure, we could have got one, but I thought we hoped for the best. Like, it still was kind of cool to, like, we have the Cyberpunk, and like, we never think it would go back to stores soon. Now, we waited, and the patches came around through. It improved the game, stability came back, and the game now finally came back to PS stores. The game was going in next gen version. Sure, it got delayed, but it came around 2020 by then. Sure, it had a long way to go, but the game was finally close to what it's been promised. Okay, not really, but still waiting on the train on that one, but still, it was still playable. We noticed sales picked up, word of mouth shifted. Oh yeah, this could be the redemption CD Projekt Red was hoping for. A resurgence was coming, but they didn't stop there, because they were just getting started. Or should I say, we were getting started. The Edge Runners was announced in 2020, and within the trailer release that was on the 9th of June 2022. And while I was skeptical, meaning I was sort of checked out of the game a little bit, working, just busy, just had no time. I was moving on. Like, I regret not subscribing to Netflix at the time or watching during the release. It looked awesome, the trailer. And then in September 2022, the release of it, the Cyberpunk Edge Runners, an anime by Studio Triggers, launched on Netflix. It struck a chord. It made you laugh and cry. Night City and anime never looked better. And if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you do. But then some people decided to play the game, and well, it couldn't have been a better time because sales of the game surged. Over 1 million players returned to Cyberpunk 2077 within a week, calling it an underrated or a gem, and I couldn't agree more. This anime gave Cyberpunk another boost, and Night City felt alive again. And what a way to do so. But in 2023, I gave both the anime and the purchase of the PS5 one and fell in love with the game again. Many hours, days, I just still couldn't play in it. It was great to be in Night City. Drink, buy an apartment, no annoyances about cars, police chases. They put an effort into killing you at least. This should have been the game we all played during the initial launch, but better late than never then I suppose. Well, if they stopped, I wouldn't mind, but nope, they outdid themselves again with another announcement. Oh yeah. In 2023, CD Projekt Red released Phantom Liberty, a massive expansion DLC starring Idris Elba. Alongside it came Patch 2.0, overhauling AI, combat, and skill trees. It was different and yeah. Just stop, CD Projekt Red. We forgive you, man. You have redeemed yourself. Like, if you're gonna make me pre-order the game again, I'm gonna pre-order it again. Like, give yourself a pat on the back, rest. You guys earned it. Now, sitting at a very positive on Steam, higher scores on PS5, Xbox Series, Cyberpunk has earned back respect, and not everybody forgot the launch, but many forgave, and so have I. And look, I could talk about Phantom Liberty, but I want to do that for another video, and hope to do so in the future of that one. But yeah, it is a pretty awesome DLC, and you guys gotta give it worth a shot. It's a damn well expansion in the series. The journey of Cyberpunk 2077 is one of ambition, failure, and redemption. Like, in my opinion, I love the trailers it promised, and I thought they could do no wrong, from 2013 to 2020. And I love its story, characters, like, gameplay, and sure, the cybernetics are still awesome to try. And sure, like, I could really be talking about the game, but I really hope I could play the game in the future and, like, release some gameplay. I want to do, like, a live stream or something like that, like, give my regards and, like, opinions about that one. Like, yeah, I still love playing the game. And to see its stages from, like, over-promising to under-delivering and finally listen to its community, yeah, it was great. Now it serves as a warning to the industry and a hope for second chances. Now in 2025, it stands to be a beloved franchise for now. Now with Edge Runners 2 yet to be released, and with Project Orion, a full sequel in development, CD Projekt Red has a shot at doing it all over again, this time hopefully the right way, and I'm patiently waiting in confidence that they'll be alright. And so with that, I'm Kasushi98, and hope to see you in the next future. Thanks for watching.